So I've been doing a lot of yoga lately. I just did about an hour's worth after getting home from seeing Elvis, which, by the way, I really like that movie. I remember when the trailer first came out, a lot of people seemed to have a big problem with it. I really, really liked it, and I have not liked a Baz Luhrmann movie ever. I thought that Elvis was a lot of fun. It moved pretty quickly for the most part, maybe a little bit too long. But yeah, it was a real good time. I was very entertained by it, and it made me want to listen to more Elvis. Anyway, yoga. I did about an hour of yoga, and it's been super freeing to me, especially in these days of extreme stress. It feels like a release. I mean, it is in a way, and I don't totally know exactly what's going on with me while I'm in the yogic state, whatever. I don't totally know what's going on inside of me, but I can just feel this very, very palpable change, and it's not just a physical one, it's a big emotional one. I feel my energy go up, and I feel a lot more okay with things that are around me. And fun, in a funny way, it's because I very much flipped my perspective on yoga from Yoga Body, which I did find through, Instagram ads. I don't like targeted advertising so much, but I think that, it works, and it, even through some shady means, it can deliver you exactly what you need sometimes, and I think Yoga Body was exactly what I needed. And I got their Science of Stretching course, and it's been just marvelous to follow. And what I really love is that on the about page, the guy who founded it, Lucas, he gives his philosophy that everybody says that, just adjusting the microphone. Everybody thinks that yoga is supposed to be this calm, peaceful, just blissed out phase of the day. And he said this is not true. A good yoga session should be the most brutal, challenging part of your entire day. Because as soon as it's done, it's a similar notion to I bang my head against the wall because it feels really good when I stop. Except, yeah, I mean, that's obviously an exaggerated joke, but yeah, that's a real principle that applies to life. So you do a brutal yoga session that just stretches you to what feels like your last nerve of like what you can tolerate, and it just makes the rest of your day so much easier. He said good yoga equals easy life. And the big one for me is the shoulders. I never realized. I mean, I've known that I carry a lot of stress in my shoulders. I've known that I'm very, very tight up here for a very, very long time. A lot of it has to do with my permanently fused spine from my scoliosis surgery. Caused a lot of problems for me in life, and one of them is very tight, stressed shoulders. Man, when I release those shoulders, he said a lot of it's because it closes off your heart center when your shoulders are tight. There's just such a big emotional release. I just feel so amazing. I remember a couple weeks ago doing some shoulder yoga after a very long week of work, and as soon as it was done, I got into the shower, and it just felt like sex. Like it was the most amazing feeling being under that wonderful hot water after doing, I think it's like 20 minutes of shoulder yoga. It was just fantastic. Now, I do have to watch how far I stretch myself some days in yoga. I mean, in the same way that you have to watch how much weight you attempt to lift when you're pumping that iron. I mean, you got to be careful not to stretch a cold muscle too far. That's a really, really great way to hurt yourself, sometimes permanently. And I feel like I've done similar to I have when I've hopped back into weightlifting, that I have kind of pushed my limits a little bit too far. Not to the point that it's like horribly debilitating injury, but you do learn your limits. But that's wonderful. I mean, it means that I'm following along the process correctly, and that I'm keeping mindfulness all along the way. I'd really, really love to keep just seeing my flexibility increase week after week after week. Um, I feel capable in that way for the first time in my life. I don't think I ever really have before. And I just really hope that it's a good cornerstone, you know, starting to feel more capable. In one area where I haven't been great for my whole life, maybe I can feel at least somewhat capable in a lot more.